Oh, hey, thanks for clicking. My name is Rob, and I'm a YouTuber. I have my own YouTube channel, and I make my own YouTube videos. Very cool, you might be thinking. I wonder if I could do that. Well, yes, absolutely you could. And it's a lot of fun. I have a ton of fun with it. In fact, it's my full-time job. That is so cool. I think maybe I want to do that as my full-time job too, you might also be thinking. Let's talk about that. Do you have a job already? Because if you do, you might want to keep this a little secret between you and me. Why? Well, because not everybody is as accepting of people who make their own YouTube videos, call them YouTubers, content creators. Not everybody is as accepting of that as you might like. And some people find this out the hard way. If you have a job, one thing you might want to be concerned about or aware of is that if people in your workplace find out that you have your own YouTube channel, that you make videos in your spare time, they may see that as a threat, especially if it's people you work for, right? Not just with, but like your bosses, right? They may see that as a threat because there's still this stigma out there that people who do YouTube or are YouTube creators are doing it because they want to replace their full-time income, because they want to become YouTubers and that's how they want to make money, that's how they want to make their living. And yes, there's a lot of people who do want to do that, and in fact, I'm one that does that, right? This is my full-time job. But the vast majority of people who make YouTube videos don't do it for the money. They do it as a hobby, okay? And not only that, but even those who do it as a business and do it as their living probably started out doing it as a hobby. So if you're at work and strike up a conversation with somebody and it comes up that you make YouTube videos, the first place a lot of people go to is often, why are you doing that? Like, what's your purpose for making YouTube videos? Because again, a lot of people think that the only reason to do YouTube is to make money. And if you want to do it to make money, that might imply that perhaps you don't think you're making enough money at your current job, okay? You kind of have to be leery of that. You have to watch out for that, and maybe gauge the people you tell first to try to figure out what type of people they are. Like, how will they accept this? I hope there's no rain getting on the lens. It's really raining out here. I don't know if you can tell, but anyways, I hope this video turns out. And I think this is especially true for older people. If you're older, and by older, I mean, let's say over 50. If you're older and you're working for somebody else, a lot of older people, unless they're really plugged into YouTube and they really understand it, a lot of older people think of people being YouTubers as younger people, as people perhaps chasing a dream. They may associate it with things like trying to become a professional athlete, right? When I was growing up in the 80s, you know, I loved playing hockey. I was a hockey player, and it wasn't that good, but I loved it. All my friends did it. And the dream, of course, was to make it to the big leagues, right? Make it to the NHL. Because of course, then, you know, you're playing a game for a living and you're getting rich. You're making more money than you would make at a regular job, right? So that's kind of the dream for a lot of young kids. And I think, I mean, I'm in Canada, so hockey is the number one sport here. But let's say if you're in the United States, then maybe it's baseball or basketball or football or anything else, golf, right? Becoming a professional athlete is looked at by a lot of people as unobtainable, not possible, not something you should put all your eggs in that basket, right? It's hard to do. And potentially a lot of luck would need to be involved, and not even just luck, but maybe genetics, right? You have to be built like an athlete. Now, you fitness buffs out there might disagree with that. Sure, you could just exercise, you could become an athlete, and sure, I get, yeah. Anyways, not going to go down that road. Just suffice it to say that I believe a lot of people have that stigma, that to become a professional athlete, luck is involved, you know, a lot of hard work. And it's just, if you just play the percentages, just a very low percentage of people who set out to do that will actually achieve it. And I think a lot of people, especially people my age, think of YouTube in the same way. It's, oh, why would you do that? That's, Sure, there's people that get successful with YouTube, like Mr. Beast, right? Making millions of dollars a month, probably. And there's countless other channels too, doing very, very, very well. But it's not the norm. Like it's a very small percentage who are successful with YouTube. And so I think a lot of people see that as perhaps you wanting to chase a dream that is, by most accounts, unobtainable. So you have to watch out for that. Okay, so when you're talking to people about you wanting to do YouTube, I understand the excitement. I really do. Like, I'm excited for you, right? Like, this is a safe place to come. If you want to talk about starting your YouTube channel, I'm all about that. I love it. I do it. And I like to encourage other people to do it as well. But not every place is a safe place to go to talk about anything you want to talk about, right? I mean, you have to read the room. So if you're at work and it comes up, I would suggest you have a story ready. Like, and especially if you're just starting. Like, if you're already successful with YouTube, great, that's another story. Maybe you don't even need that job anymore. But if you're just starting, and that's typically who watch my videos, if you're either starting a YouTube channel or you're thinking about it, know who you're talking to when discussing this. It's nice to have a certain group of people, and it can be a very small group, but close friends that you can confide in or seek advice from, right? It's nice to have people like that in your circle. And maybe that for you, that is at your place of work. And if so, great. But just be careful. Like, again, bosses, right? Bosses may feel threatened by that. If you're a valuable part of your organization, your boss probably doesn't want to lose you. And if your boss is one that thinks of YouTube in the way I just described, then they may not want you to have a YouTube channel or to make videos. So I suggest having a story ready. Like even if you have designs on it becoming your full-time thing, maybe you do have designs on becoming successful with YouTube, I would start out as a hobby, and I would start, anybody you want to tell about it, I would say that it's a hobby. I wouldn't necessarily say, yeah, this is my long-term plan, like in the next 5 years, I want this to be my full-time job. Because a lot of people will laugh at that. And I think in a lot of cases, it's not to necessarily put you down, but I think a lot of people, when laughed at about something like that, might feel put down. So just to try to avoid that altogether, just say something like, oh yeah, no, I make YouTube videos. It's fun. It's like a fun hobby. I like, it's so cool, the tech you can get these days, the videos you can make with your phone. So cool. And you can upload it to YouTube and other people can watch it. It is really neat. And yeah, no, so I'm just doing it as a hobby. That would be my approach. And that was my approach before I became successful. And when I was just starting, when I was talking to other people about it, friends and family, I wouldn't tell people that what I really wanted it to turn into. I mean, that's my dream, right? You don't feel like you have to share your dreams with everybody, right? Your dreams are your dreams, and they're for you, right? So, I mean, maybe you have really close friends you want to share that with, and great. But again, know who you're talking to, and don't feel like you have to share your dreams and all the details to everybody, because a lot of people potentially won't be as on board with it as you'd like them to be. One of the reasons people like to tell others about their channel is because they want to give their channel a boost. They want to give their YouTube channel a boost. They want to get people to subscribe and to watch their videos, right? They want to boost their subscribers because that's a growing channel, right? That's what you want to do. So you may feel like, well, I want to tell everybody. I want to tell everybody about this. I've got 20 people that I work with at work. I've got my immediate family. I've got my friends, right? Whatever. Maybe your church group on the weekend, maybe whatever you're into. There are people you hang around with from time to time, come in contact with, and you may feel like telling as many people as you want. You may feel like going to Facebook. I'm going to go to Facebook. I've got 200, I've got 1,000 friends, whatever. Who really has 1,000 friends? Friends on Facebook, are they really friends? Anyways, I digress. You may feel like telling as many people as you possibly can. You go to your Facebook account, you go to your Instagram account, you go to Twitter or X or wherever, and you just want to spread the word. New YouTube channel, go check it out. I'm just doing it as a hobby, so don't think, you know, I'm trying to get rich off this. So, yeah, well, that's fine, but the fact, the mere fact that you, how do I want to say this? That's not going to help. Yeah, you may get some subscribers, but you'll probably get people subscribing to your channel who are just nosy. They just want to know what you're up to. You're doing YouTube? What are you doing that for? Like, what are you doing on YouTube? I'm going to go check it out. So in the privacy of their own home, they're going to pull up your YouTube channel and they're going to watch some videos, and depending on who they are, they may feel really excited for you, and they might think, wow, this is cool. I want to do this too. Or they might think, what's Johnny doing here? I thought he was happy at work. Is he trying to be a millionaire? That's all. The only people who do YouTube are people trying to get rich, right? What's he trying to do? Maybe he doesn't want his job. Maybe I should start looking for another employee, right? So there's that. Or there's also the friends and family who really want to do it. Or maybe you've got, I don't know, some jealous friends that they'll take a look at that and say, what is Johnny doing? What is he doing? That looks kind of cool, but you know, I think I'd like to do that. Oh, that's so stupid. I'm going to comment negatively, or next time I see him, I'm going to say, like, what are you doing? Like that's so stupid. I mean, you don't even look good on camera. Like, why are you doing that? That often comes from a place of jealousy. Okay. And, you know, I mean, we can get into the psychoanalytics of that, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to, because I'm not a psych guy. But just, I guess my advice is to try to avoid all of that. The best way to avoid all of that is to keep it to yourself, and talk about it only in safe spaces, safe places. Again, this channel, my channel here, is a safe place. You can talk about this because that's what I do. I talk about YouTube. So leave a comment below if you want to talk about it. I'd love to hear your ideas, and what you want to do. But you know, places like this, my channel, and other people who have channels like mine, a lot of YouTube channels actually you can go to and learn from. That's generally a good place to talk about stuff like this, and not necessarily at work. Okay, even if you don't want to replace your work, I don't know that it's a great place to talk about it. Again, you got to know your friends, you got to know your coworkers, you got to know who you're talking to. Just be careful. All right, if you got a story to share, I'd love to hear it. You can leave that in the comments below about like what happened when you told a certain somebody about your channel. What was their reaction? Were they proud of you? Did they think you were being silly? Were they jealous? I think oftentimes if people are jealous, they're not going to tell you. You're just going to be able to figure that out by their actions, right? So anyways, those are my thoughts today. I hope you find this helpful. If you're new here, again, my name is Rob. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, guys, bye. Hi, my name's Rob, and I make YouTube videos. Cool, you might be thinking. Yeah, it is. I love it. I love making... Hi, my name's Rob, and I make YouTube videos. Hey, my name's Rob, and I make YouTube videos. Hi, my name's Rob, and I have... Hi, my name's Rob, and I make YouTube videos. Hi, my name's Rob, and I've got my own YouTube channel. Cool, you might be thinking. I'd like to have a channel. A lot of people think that way. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. Hi, my name's Rob, and I've got a YouTube channel. Cool, you might be thinking. I'd love to do that. You might also be thinking, Hi, my name's Rob, and I've got a YouTube channel. Cool, you might be thinking. Could I do... Hi, my name's Rob, and I've got my own YouTube channel. Cool, you might be thinking. That seems... And if you do, you might want to keep this a secret between you and me. Or a secret... Hi, my name's Rob, and I've got my own YouTube channel. Oh, hey, how you doing? My name's Rob, and I've got my own YouTube channel. Cool, you might be thinking. I wonder if I could do that, you might also be thinking. That seems like a really fun thing to do. It is. It is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Is it something that you're interested? Well, I'm glad you asked. Yes, it's absolutely something you can do, and it can be a lot of fun.